Hi again, back for another update for days 9 and 10. So with the day 8, my apologies, I haven't updated you the last few days, just because it's been the wind down of the Asia Pacific Deaf Games. There's been a lot happening with the competition and the various sports, wrapping up for getting prepared to head back to Australia and packing up. So my apologies, I haven't done an update since then, so since day 8. But day 9 was 2 days ago. In basketball, we just had one sport. As you know, it was the gold medal game, so we were all very enthusiastic and excited just seeing the guys perform. So it was Chinese Taipei, Taiwan, versus Australia, and we expected quite a lot of support from the home crowd. There were quite a few people in attendance, and also we had the Aussie supporters there as well to back our guys. So it was a fantastic atmosphere. 3 o'clock that afternoon, and the boys were kind of on edge and had been for a while, but I guess it's a good sign because it means that they were a little bit anxious, but after 5 days of competition, thanks to Bridget, she really ensured that their bodies were in great condition, particularly with the recovery sessions after previous games. So during the match, it was pretty close, and quarter time the guys defended really well, and it was only a 4-point difference, so Chinese Taipei really kept up there. In the third quarter we were a little bit concerned because Chinese Taipei were making 3-pointers and managed to catch up by about 10 points. And the coach, Stretch, called timeout, managed to settle the boys a bit, reassured them, and fourth quarter it was a comfortable win. So basically the whole team in the fourth quarter were able to perform and had time on the court, and basically won 59-36. So a comfortable win by the Australians, and as you can imagine, we're all very happy. 3 years of hard work for basketball since 2012 certainly has paid off. Most of the guys, the core group, have been the same over that period of time. So they came third last time and managed to get gold for the first time. So well done basketball, and we're very proud of them. And I'm sure that all the Australian supporters would be very proud of their performance, and it goes to show that hard work really does reap the rewards. So well done and congratulations to the basketball team. Now we'll show you some footage of the game and some photographs. So that was day 9, just for the basketball. So I hope you enjoyed watching the video footage and the photographs of the boys. That was fantastic. So day 10 was yesterday. There were no sports for Australia, so basketball was the last competition in terms of Australia's involvement. So the last day we had the closing ceremony, and traditionally the football gold medal match is held on the same day as the bronze medal match also. So we had the closing ceremony, attended the gold medal match beforehand with the football, and it was interesting to see the level of competition. They certainly raised the bar, and the competition was quite high. High standard of footwork, ball skills, and it was Iran versus Japan. So quite an exciting contest. Japan scored the first goal, and then Iran managed to score a goal just before full time. They went into extra time, and there was a penalty for gold medal. So as you can imagine, the atmosphere was very tense. A lot of Iranian supporters there and Japanese supporters there. And so from the penalty, Japan took the first shot, and the ball bounced off the goals, and the Iranian goalie didn't quite notice the ball come right down, bounce behind him, and he was a bit oblivious to it, but luckily they didn't score. But eventually Iran won the competition and got gold, 4-5, so it was a very thrilling contest and a great way to finish off the last competition of the Games. So well done Iran and Japan for coming second with the silver. Once we saw the football final, we headed off to the same stadium that we had the opening ceremony. They had a banquet prepared for us, and I'm sure you would have seen it on live stream that night. If you didn't, there are replays, and I'll show you the link from YouTube. So check that out. A banquet was provided. We're all seated around tables inside the stadium, and it was a really good way for the countries to actually mix and mingle, swap uniforms. And a lot of the Australian athletes and officials were also involved in swapping over uniforms, and I guess the most popular one was the Malaysian jacket. Beautiful fabric, lovely colours, and quite unique. I wasn't able to manage to get one, but quite a few of the team members did trade in their Australian jackets for the Malaysian one. And I think the most unusual item was my hat that I received from, I don't know if I can spell it. It's pronounced Kyrgyzstan, so not maybe, I don't know if Mark Quinn can pronounce that, but Kyrgyzstan. A traditional hat from that country, which is a little bit different. I'm going to be bringing that home. So, fantastic environment, speeches as usual. We had the flag from Chinese Taipei, go back to Asia Pacific Dev Sport Confederation. And the 2019 Asia Pacific Deaf Games has not yet been announced, but the Sports Confederation does have the flag, and it will be announced at some stage which country will be hosting the next game, so watch out in this space. It was an enjoyable evening, a great way to finish off the Deaf Games. A lot of people said they'll see us in Turkey, so hopefully we see a lot of people attend the Deaf Olympics in 2017 over there in Turkey. We also have video footage and some still pictures for you to have a look at.
That thing's fun.
Hi everybody. You would have seen videos from the opening ceremony, but also with the closing ceremony. The flag bearer was announced at the team luncheon that we had yesterday. So we had a good lunch, a good get together. We certainly filled our stomachs. It was good to get together and a good way to finish off the games here together. So the closing ceremony flag bearer was Lachlan Jackson. He's not here today. So a very big part of the basketball team. And certainly looking at the quality of Lachlan's work, he's worked so hard throughout the Asia Pacific Deaf Games, and I remember with the final he worked really hard. He didn't actually get a break coming off the court. So physically he was exhausted, but his heart was still in it. And really gave it all his best and gave everything on court. So finally he came off in the fourth quarter with a couple of minutes to go. And it was a celebratory mood and an awesome effort from Lockie throughout the game. So congratulations for being flag bearer. How did you feel to be flag bearer for the closing ceremony, Lockie?
Yeah, it was a massive surprise. That's the first one. Elation, just realising how far I've come to be seen as that way as a flag bearer for Australia. And I definitely appreciate the opportunity to lead the country out to the closing ceremony and enjoy everything that the Taiwan has to offer. And I thank you for the experience.
No problem, my pleasure. It was fantastic to have you as the flag bearer, and you're certainly the most appropriate person for that role. So can you talk to us a little bit about your year? It's been pretty huge. What were the main sort of milestones and things that occurred throughout the year for you?
Well, basically, at home in Newcastle, joined the rep team for Newcastle Hunters, and that was the first time for me in senior reputation to experience that at level. From that, going on to Worlds for Australia, achieving a high result in 9th, and we almost made the top 8, which would have been an unbelievable experience against some very, very high top teams. And from then, we also won obviously the Asia Pacific achieving the gold. So that was been a massive, massive year in terms of basketball for the team and individually as well, fitness, gaining personal goals, obviously playing. Yeah, it's just been a massive year.
Right. I did see the other day a photograph from the boys that were together back in 2012 for the Asia Pacific Deaf Games, and in comparison today, you know, baby faces, you know, you keep growing up, and 3 years later, a lot's happened. So it's certainly fantastic to have the core of the team stay together throughout that period, and hopefully it'll stay on, because you guys are still young, and hopefully you'll still stay together.
I definitely agree. 2012 was our first experience for most of us. I was 2019 myself. I had no experience internationally, senior represent, and going from there to now is just a huge, huge improvement, absolutely huge, not just for me, but the whole team. Such as guys like Sam, Morgan, Jordan, Patrick. It's just that's for example, we've all gone on individual goals, like say for example gym, basketball courts, personal lifestyle, time game work, sponsorship. During those 3 years, it's a journey towards getting that goal for Asia Pacific, and you can tell on the court, all of us just celebrated like it was just the end of the world, and it was a big thing for us.
Yeah, I can tell that winning the gold certainly meant a lot to all the boys on the team. So when you were on the podium and you received that gold medal, describe your feelings for me.
Oh, it's speechless. Just overjoyed, thinking that we actually had gold in our hands. We thought we could definitely achieve it. Without doubt, bronze, silver was in our sights, but obviously our main goal was gold, and to actually go out there, beat Taipei by 23 points, which took them by 36 points. The whole game was a massive honour and achievement by all 10 players and staff, and it just shows by stretches and Mamos structures, the fact that we did restrict them to 36 points just showed how far we've come. and to get that gold, we've earned it.
Yes, definitely. You've definitely earned that medal, that's for sure, I agree. Well, thank you so much for your time and an awesome experience and a wonderful way to finish off with gold, but certainly an awesome experience at the Asia Pacific Deaf Games. Congratulations, and I hope you have a safe flight home.
Well, thank you. Enjoy being flagged.
Great, thank you. Cheers. Thank you. So we're finishing off with this interview with Lockie, and we'll talk more about day 10. Thank you. See you later. So that was the interview with Lockie. Congratulations for being the flag bearer for the closing ceremony and bringing the umbrella forward to DSA, and it's certainly a great honour because Lockie worked hard throughout the games and it's been a huge year for him. So today is day 11 and we're actually heading off. Most of the Australian team are heading off today, and some individuals have gone prior to this date. It's a little bit sad, but unfortunately all good things come to an end. So before we finish off, I'd just like to thank a few people. So first of all, the supporters within the Australian team, obviously myself, but DSA, Deaf Sports Australia, in giving me the opportunity to perform this task as chef de mission. And I was very proud to manage a team of 50. We had 6 medals, came 7th on the tally, and it's just a really impressive effort by the team. And there's always room for improvement, but certainly a wonderful experience. Secondly, I'd like to thank Chinese Taipei, the Deaf Sports Confederation, for hosting the games here. There were a few hiccups, I guess, because of the typhoon when we arrived, naturally, but I think it's the first natural disaster to actually affect the Asia Pacific Deaf Games, first time ever. So it started off fairly well, and I'm sure I wasn't their favourite person because I was obviously asking a lot of questions about transportation, but once the transportation issues were resolved, we were certainly a lot happier. A lot of smiley volunteers, very approachable. Any issues we needed to raise were resolved rather quickly, so that was fantastic. And also the GOC organising the games, the venues, the transport, logistics, the hotels. They've done an outstanding job, an impressive effort. So congratulations to Chinese Taipei, Deaf Sports Confederation, for their work. And also I'd like to thank the team managers for each of the sports. So for athletics, Darren Howe, team manager. Also for basketball, Rod Crick. For football, Brian Seymour. And for tennis, Andrew Lim. I'd like to thank all those guys for their support throughout the games, and they've been very open to my advice or any feedback. Very responsive. Whenever I've raised issues, we're able to discuss them quite openly, and we've had teamwork that's been very effective. Often we've had early morning meetings. It's been very early for them, but they've been quite determined to get up, talk about issues, give feedback, think about the best ways that we can provide food and services to the athletes. So thank you guys so much for all your support. Also, I'd like to thank my wife, my 2 girls, for allowing me the opportunity to actually head off overseas to be here in Chinese Taipei for 2.5 weeks. And I know it's a long way to be away from family, and my wife has been managing the children on her own during that period. So thank you so much, I love you. So we're wrapping up, and just to finish off, as I mentioned at the start, these guys really need to seize the moment, and I believe that each and every individual athlete really seized the moment being here at the Asia Pacific Deaf Games. Well done, go Australia. Cheers.